So is bush falling actually a crime? You know, when a lot of us, the people who are in the diaspora, some people come here and they don't even want to go back home. They're afraid because, we hear rumors that people go there and don't come back. A lot of people are met with so much disdain coming back to develop their community. Why are most diasporans, when they go back home, why are they met with so much jealousy? Why is that?
This topic, I think this question has to be asked it has to be directed to the haters. I think they will have a better answer for that. But the thing is, as a responsible personnel, first of all, especially a family person whom is far away from the family, you can never stay away from home. You can never stay away from home. You always have to go back home, if not for the family too, but at least you need to go back home. Now, we have to understand that the heart of man is wicked. It's not everybody that is happy for people's success. It's not everybody. I have seen cases where people live here for nothing. Somebody will just decide to poison you, either a drink or like give you a gift, like just because they don't want to see you more successful than them. It is very normal. It's just like people have this wickedness nature in them. Every human being at one point in life, I can say this. It's for me. It is very normal for you to look at somebody and envy the person and be like, "Wow, this like." But taking it to another level of wanting to cut that person's success short because of jealousy is another level of witchcraft. And we just have to be careful and understand that not everybody will be happy with your success, especially the people around you. Most of the cases I have happened to witness, it is always your circle. It is very difficult for you to see somebody coming from outside and coming to do stuff like that in the house. It's always within, And when you deal with people, you have to look at people, especially people's facial expressions. It's very, very important. You can deceive people, but you cannot deceive feelings. The way somebody will react to a thing will tell you a lot. There's a way. Let me just give an example.
People who have mastered their facial expression.
No, let me just give that's how it is. See, no matter how perfect you are in acting, never forget that you are a human. There is a place where you will not prepare.
Okay.
An incident will occur where you have to show that disappointment aside of you. It is very normal. We see it often. Just imagine now that you are from the airport, you're about to go to the house, people are coming to receive you. You know very well that these people are happy to receive you, but among them, this person is not really showing that happiness in you. But you are always with that person. You never can tell. Those are signs that you cannot neglect it,
So in a nutshell, you're saying people back home hate people who have
not only people, not only even people back home.
Even people here.
People group.
I don't think diasporans are hated. I don't think it's I think diasporans. Sorry, you can say they are taken advantage of. Yes, we can talk about something like that, but I don't think they are hated, because if diasporans were very much hated, I don't think many people would want to aspire to be to get to the diaspora, because it is because of the the achievements of people who have traveled out of the countries, out of our respective countries, that make other people to have that
desire to travel.
Yeah, that desire to travel.
So they inspire people instead.
They kind of inspire people.
So what if you inspire someone who cannot do nothing about them?
No. Because what I was about to say is when people travel, right?
You inspire him to go to a native doctor.
Yeah, whatever be the case, but at least they are a source of inspiration to people, because we come from countries that can be very depressing when they want to be, like, they're generally very depressing to an average youth.
Yeah.
Right? Especially an educated one. So And you see someone travels to the diaspora, travels to one of these Western countries or any other country.
Not just an educated one.
Or educated or uneducated. No, I'm saying the people that mostly get frustrated back in our countries are the educated ones.
I would say the more ambitious ones. Not because you can be educated and you are not ambitious.
But education gives you a level of ambition. Because somebody who goes through the primary school, the secondary school, and the university system or the professional institutions, you already get a level of ambitions, right? You already get a level of class that they want to achieve in a particular in a society. Yeah. So when they don't get that type of jobs, those type of opportunities or that class, they're already looking at bigger projects to accomplish. So if they don't get it, they start looking for other alternatives. And most often, you find people who go abroad, they come back the next year or two and they are buying plots of land and they are getting married. And if you look at our countries every December, like 70% of the marriages happening in every December are people from abroad. Understand? And most of the girls back home would rather stay single
and wait for
somebody to come from abroad and marry them than to marry someone who's struggling back home.
That's also investment.
So I wouldn't say diasporans are hated. I would say they are taken advantage of, and so it makes it look like
victims of circumstances.
It makes it, they are kind of victims of their own success. So it kind of makes it look like, they are hated, but I don't think they are hated, because if you hate something, you don't want to be that kind of a thing. But most people, they revere the diasporans and they want to be like them. So I don't think they hate diaspora.
Okay. And Ayo, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you said it all.
So going back to what you said, should bush fallers be worried about the very people they grew up with? Because as we have been seeing lately, there have been a lot of poisoning, and especially in Cameroon. I think 2 years ago, they were warning people who are coming to Cameroon to be very careful that people even buy poison from the airport. My grandfather. But is it a lie?
No, it's not a lie. It's not a lie. There've been an increase in the number of people that have been poisoned, that have been poisoned, right? That have been unalived from the diaspora. But
that's just being taken advantage of.
No. What I would say is, like my grandfather always says, if you not touch bitter leaf, your hand no go bitter, right?
Okay.
Most of those people, now they forget that we travel to those Western countries where somebody can do something to you and you can't pay back. Because if you pay back, you can get yourself in trouble, you get yourself deported, get yourself in jail and stuff. So people take Cameroonians or Africans take advantage of other Africans that are new migrants. That just newly immigrating to those countries, they take advantage of. You go to Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, all those countries. Cameroonians are the ones that are frustrating other Cameroonians that are getting into those countries. And there is nothing you can do. If somebody swindles you in Dubai, there is nothing you can do in Dubai because the law forbids it. You cannot even fight. You get deported. They have strict laws against those kind of things. So if somebody offends you in a way, the only thing, people keep those grudges and they find a way to pay back when you go back home. So most of those cases, if you look at those people, right?
So people hold grudges.
If you look at the number of people that were poisoned, I think in the last 2 years, most of them were from the Middle East. Yeah, if you look at the people that were poisoned, like 70 to 80% of the people that were poisoned back home were from the Middle East, countries like Qatar, Bahrain, and UAE, right? You hardly hear somebody from the UK gets poisoned. Okay, I'm not saying we don't have those cases. We have those cases, but then majority of the cases are coming from in the Middle East because Cameroonians are maltreating other Cameroonians in the Middle East. Cameroonians are scamming other Cameroonians in the Middle East. Not just Cameroonians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Ugandans, all they are doing the same thing. So when most of those people go back home, then you face the consequences for your actions that you've been doing abroad. Even in this UK, somebody can take your girlfriend in this UK. There's nothing you can do. You understand? Your friend can find a way and infiltrate your home and break up your home in this country, there is nothing you can do. Your wife will divorce you to go and be with your friend, take away your house, maybe your kids. Your friend can even be visiting your house that you're paying with your kids inside, and there's nothing you can do about it.
So what you're trying to say is most people just ball all that in and go and express it in Africa.
Of course, most people keep all that because there's nothing you can do here. So you wait for, Judgment Day back home. So most of those people that go and get themselves killed back home or get themselves unalive, so excuse my language,
they looked for it.
They, one way or the other, they've
it.
soiled their hands. Yes, and they deserve it. Seriously.
Okay. I don't totally agree with that, even though it's actually I relate to what he's saying because I've been in a situation like that.
And then you don't agree. You relate to what I'm saying and you don't agree to what I'm saying.
I relate to what he say. I'm saying I don't totally agree. I didn't say I don't agree to what you're saying. I've had a situation like that. I've lived with somebody in the same room when I was in UAE. Bought stuff like that, gave him laptops, things for people back home. He got to Cameroon, took the things and sold it, went away with the money and everything. Till today, I've never seen him again. That type of a person, the only place,
when you see him, the only thing you can do
for you to get back.
Of course.
Yeah. If I was the type of person that I want to really, really go into this thing detailing and don't forgive. If I want to harm him, even now, presently, I just need to know where he is. You understand? So people keep those grudges. People keep those, they accumulate these things, and you might think you are safe. You might think you are okay. You might think everything is fine with you, but you don't know where these things can happen. You don't know where revenge can come at any moment. Maybe after 10 years, 20 years. Just imagine this is something that happened like 7 years ago. I'm still remembering it today. If I see that guy now,
there are so many people. There are so many girls in prostitution in these Middle East countries that they were lured into those prostitutions by Africans. By Cameroonians. Yes.
They got frustrated.
Yes.
In the UAE.
They get frustrated there and they venture into prostitution.
It's a thing of choice.
They bring you. They bring you.
I can lecture you on this topic.
Visa. Yes. But what I'm saying is some of those people deserve it. Okay. It's a thing of choice. Yes. But some people wouldn't want to go through the stress of, let me give an example. Somebody brings you from Cameroon. He's in charge of your visa and everything. And the day you land in the Dubai airport, he's nowhere to be found. You're on your own. You know nobody. Your phone is Cameroon SIM card. You don't even have a UAE SIM card. You don't even know how to use the Wi-Fi. You don't speak Arabic. You speak English. And anyway, English is spoken in the UAE widely. But you have to start finding your way from the airport. I had a roommate who trekked from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. From Abu Dhabi to Dubai is more than from here to London.
That foolish part. Abu Dhabi to Dubai.
Christ.
Yes, he trekked from Michael, the guy I'm calling Michael. He trekked from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. He was begging money in the streets. The guy who did it to him was a Nigerian. He took his money and said, okay, this is a commission. I'm going to get you a job. He took him to that place, left him there and moved. And after some hours, the security said, what are you doing here? He said, yeah, my brother said the manager is coming. He said, no, your brother doesn't work here. I thought you people are customers. And they sent him out. That's how he got stranded. So many Cameroonians are stranded. So many Africans get stranded like that by Africans themselves. And those people, even if you see them in the streets, there is nothing you can do. You take the case to the police, you have no evidence. Where is the evidence that you signed, you gave him money? You have no evidence. There is nothing you can do.
Most times you can even set yourself up.
Yes. So most of those people, they keep those grudges and the only way they can revenge is when you're going back home. Some people can even go back home and harm your family. You understand?
Yes,
So most of the things that Africans are doing, Africans here, they go back home and they face the consequences, and they know.
Too bad.
I'm not saying they are innocent people who suffer from jealousy and stuff like that. But I'm saying majority or most of the cases, if you investigate it, you will understand that X and Y passing between Z.
Okay. So going forward, bush fellas, when they get back home, they get so excited. Some people, when they go to the bars, the pubs, the clubs, whatever, they like to show off money. Is it showing off in the way you see it when you go back home? Is it showing off, or are they just excited to have a break?
Ask Mbamene. He's feeding the whole tickle from No, he's the one feeding the whole of Tico with his Bamene Foundation.
No.
I don't
I
but
think
he's the one feeding the whole neighborhood.
No, these are
Bamene Foundation aside.
these are two different scenarios.
So if you
this is a situation where you are lavishing the money. I am investing in the life of people and helping my community.
You're not throwing money.
Yeah,
So he sees it as throwing money away.
No, I'm not seeing it as throwing money. I'm not seeing it as throwing money. You are buying people food. Another person is buying people beer. It's the same thing. You're investing in somebody's life. You're investing in somebody's life.
It's a form of investment.
Yes.
Anyways, these are very different scenarios. I cannot even compare the two. Anyways, the person that lavishes the money in the club, to me, to be honest, I see it as I see it as childishness. I see it as money misroad. Now let me explain. If you come from
it's traditional in most countries, right? Where people throw money like that.
To throw money.
So if
for
you
example,
go to
like
Tico
Nigeria,
now, if you go to Tico now, you will not
weddings, they throw money. Most of their occasions,
just
they
forget
throw
about
money.
Nigeria. Forget about Nigeria. So if you go to Tico now to Waterfall Street,
Waterfall Street is
or Miselele or whatever street you want to call in Tico. If you go to Tico now, you are not going to put maybe 2 or 3 crates.
Why should I?
If you're already putting maybe 2 or 3 plates of why would you not just put 2 or 3 crates?
To complement the food.
The crates food, after plates.
The
mistake.
Food and drink. Which one is more important for the body?
It depends who's consuming.
That's what I'm saying. People have their own different mentalities. You understand? I am not against people lavishing their money and doing whatever they want to do. My problem is I'm the type of person who believes in community. I believe in humans. I believe in investing in people. You will never see me going to a club and buying drinks for people when people are hungry, when I have projects of feeding thousands of people.
And you being in that club, everybody knows you're a bushfaller.
So how does my bushfalling concern your enjoyment in that club?
You're in England. You know what they say about English people.
How does your
bushfalling
come?
That's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you that people have different mentalities.
Okay.
Eno does not just want to accept that fact. I am not refusing that there are people.
No.
There are people that
you know that because you're in England. Because you're in England. When you go to Cameroon and you don't throw money, you don't dash money around. People ask, where is this guy, this bushfella, where is he from? When they say Britain, they already know.
Yes, money.
British people behave like that. They're stingy.
You said I don't want to accept the fact.
No, you don't want to accept the fact that people's mentalities, people mentalities varies.
No, but
you understand? That. I am telling you, I accept the fact that people will do that, but me
personally will never do that.
I will never do that.
So you have never farroted in a club, nothing.
Why should I farrote? I'll go and sing the farrote. Me, I don't farrote them. The thing is,
so the people who are farroting you, they are doing well, but you on the opposite side, no.
That's what I'm telling you. We are different in mentalities. I have my objectives when I'm coming to that club. I am coming there for you to give me money as an artist.
Okay.
You have the money to give me because that's your mentality. You are coming to support the artist. You understand?
I see.
There are two different things. I am not coming to dash you money to give you money. Why am I giving you money for what?
Now that
what
you're a bushfaller, people who are there who are supporting you, right? They are supporting your career, not so.
Yeah.
But now, if you are in a position now, you've got your Bamene Foundation, and you go to Cameroon and you see a young artist who come and perform in the same places that you were performing when you were promoting yourself.
Exactly.
Now, the table has turned. What do you say about that situation? Would you go and farrote that young person?
No. I'll give him openings. He's going to make more money. I can sign him under my regular.
So let's say 100 people come and perform that night. Would you sign all the 100?
You don't sign 100 people. Amongst those people, they are outstanding talents. I'll go for one that my capacity can handle. You have to just understand that people have different mentalities. If I say I'm not giving you a dime, sing like Michael Jackson, I will not give you a dime. You understand? So that's just it. If somebody is living you have worked your money. You know the stress that you did, that you went through to work that money. If you feel like going to the club and throwing money and dashing people is the best thing for you, my brother, do it. That's you. It is you. I will never do such. I will never. If you like, call me all type of names you want to call me. That's your business. Okay. I'm telling you. Now it's different. Listen, now let me make another point. I can take hundreds of thousands and give it to somebody for free that I see that has a potential of being a successful business person or investing in that person's life. So are you
investing in that person or investing in yourself?
I'm not investing in myself. It is like a commitment. It is like a commitment. Having an NGO and doing stuff like this is like, first of all, if they will say open hand. If you don't get open hand, you're not going to do NGO. Because NGO work is not for profitable stuffs. NGO work is to assist people. Help where you can. If I'm giving you 200,000 or 300,000,
are there to make profit?
Please excuse me, let me finish. If I'm giving you 300,000,
you know why not to expose you guys?
No, we're going to discuss about
angels are there to make profit.
We'll discuss about angels. That's it's a very interesting topic, by the way. If I'm giving you 200,000 out of my 500,000, and I'm investing in you, that take it, go and do a business. How do I benefit from it? I've given you the money. I've showed you, I've given you a foundation for a business. Start your life. How am I investing in it? I prefer that than to go and throw that money in the club and dash people.
Oh, so it makes sense.
That's my mentality.
So rather than throwing $1,000 or £1,000 in the club, you rather give the $1,000 to someone.
Yeah.
To go and boost their business.
So you even have plans of giving that 1,000?
Of course, why not? Even more than that.
25, so no day.
No, he's done it before.
So many times.
25, so no day. As I did so.
Okay.
Because maybe not any person in Papa pay my flight for Kanye.
You see,
but you cannot look at life like that.
No. Let me explain something. No. That's
let him explain. Let's see his point of view.
I know that people that I owe a favor. I know people that I owe in this life. I don't owe anybody in the street anything. If I am not in my mood to give you, don't even greet me. Just
now,
this
is why I tell you people have different mentalities. Before coming to this country, before coming to the UK, I made a covenant with God. When I started the procedure of coming here, I told him, if this program succeed and you use this program to change my life, I'm going to use my success to change the life of so many people. That's a covenant I have with God. Nobody is forcing me to give people money. Nobody is forcing me to dash people water. It's my hard-earned money. And I choose to fulfill my promise with God. It's different. You think I don't love money? I will spend hundreds of thousands to do things for NGO for free. It is a covenant. So that's just it.
Okay. Well, with the climate of Cameroon nowadays, is it advisable to like dash or give out your personal belongings to friends and family, when they ask for it? When people see you, when you come to Cameroon, someone will say, "Oh, Masa, I like that shirt, or I like that tennis." Is it advisable for you to take it and give it to someone?
I can't say for sure. Giving is it's a good thing. It's a blessing. The Bible said, God loves a cheerful giver. Is it? Jokes apart, from what I said earlier about giving is a good thing. God loves a cheerful giver. There is joy in giving than in receiving. So if you have something and somebody has it, somebody likes it, if you can afford to give the person, then I think you should give the person. Because even if you don't give the person, the fact is, if they want to get you, there are so many ways to catch a rabbit that caught you in its tail. So if they want to get you, they can still get you using any other means. So if somebody wants it, whether genuine or not, give it to the person.
So isn't that partly selling your own self?
Well, even if you don't give it to the person, if the person wants to get you through a diabolical means or not, he's still going to get you. So giving I think it doesn't really...
Shouldn't I just wait and see how the guy will... come around and get me.
Well, the thing
Rather
is,
than giving
the thing
myself
is,
for free.
most things often we often think that
You offer yourself on the silver platter.
yeah,
That take and kill me.
No. We can't say that. Come on. We often think that because of the minority of the negative incidents that happen, we now tend to our fear of that minority tends to make it a majority of the incidents that happen, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are thousands of people, millions of people in the diaspora. One person can be unalived using diabolical means. But before that person got unalived, it's been in our nature to always go back home and share our stuffs. Now, one person can be taking advantage of using that means, and now it is going to affect every other person, and it is going to create a mentality of not giving. You understand?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean because it happened to A, it happened to B, it's definitely going to happen to you. You understand? That's why sometimes you say people go back home and they don't feel free because you're putting pressure on yourself and you're already blocking yourself thinking negative about the environment.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there can be no negative aspect about your environment, but it's all in your head.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to get to you, they are going to get to you one way or the other. So live free, give if you can, and if you cannot, then it's okay.
Yeah, bushfella man like Ayo, you have been traveling around the world. You've been to Dubai, the UAE, you've been in the UK, you've been to several places,
Yeah.
Going back home, is it an advisable thing for you to give away your personal belongings, your t-shirt that you have been using for years, your shoes you have been using for years, or would you prefer to buy something new for someone?
I think this is a very, very tricky question because I would say it depends. I will never say no, but it depends.
On what?
The person asking.
Okay.
What is the bond between me and you? These are your personal belongings. It's like your sweat is is a very vital part of you. It contains you. It contains your flesh and your soul. What I mean by it contains your flesh and your soul is somebody can use just your sweat and get at you at using so many other means because you have given that person access to you, your dress, your shoe, your whatsoever that has to do with anything concerning you. It's like opening up and giving, like you say, you're giving yourself to on a silver plate to people. So it depends. This is the risky part of this NGO projects because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you still have dresses that you don't use. I don't burn them. If you go down to my house, you see dresses that I've washed, piled, and kept there. There are people that will need those dresses. You go and give them. You don't know at the end of the day what they do. You understand? Some people will accept it willingly. Some people will take it and say, you want to show wait to undo it. You understand? So at the end of the day, you don't know who is who. So it depends. But after doing all this, with a pure mind, with a clean heart, I believe
it's going to lessen the consequences.
Not even lessen the consequences. My mentality is if I don't do something to you, I don't see
doing something to me.
I don't see it's not easy for you to easily get at me like that. It's not easy when I'm doing something with
Isn't
a pure
that wishful
mind.
thinking?
Let me just give you a scenario. Do you know how many people play Paris Foot Payday? There are billions of people investing their life savings on sport on betting. Do you know how many players that have made people die because of heart attack? How many players have missed last minute penalty? How many players but those players are still waking up every day, come to the pitch and play their ball over. Nothing is happening to them.
Exactly. So you just can't you just can't live your life around negativity,
Yes.
and around fear. You can't live your life around negativity and fear. So even if I go to Tico today, I'm not.
So man, what's your business in Tico?
I have a lot of friends in Tico. I have somebody friend. I think seriously.
It looks like Aya will look for you a girlfriend in Tico.
No, I'm taking already.
Hey, my brother.
I'm not you, bro. I don't keep somebody for 10 years studies.
That's just a trial period.
10 years. 10 years. I don't keep you for 10
We are
years,
not
bro.
desperate. We are not desperate.
Oh.
Yeah, we are not desperate, bro. We take our time.
All right.
Interesting. Yeah.
Still on
Very,
giving,
very
let's deliberate on the giving thing a little bit more. Is it your responsibility to give out money to people when they meet you and complain about their life not going well and Cameroon is not moving? Isn't that just a loophole for people to always come and ask?
No.
Because once you open the door for one person, boom,
Anyways,
others are coming.
no.
See,
others are coming in.
The thing is, it's more complicated than we. It's on the face value. Okay, but whatever I say, you can take with a pinch of salt, though. But I have been in the different situations, right? I've been back home and I've received, throughout my life, I've received a lot of help from people abroad, family members and non-family members abroad. And now I'm privileged to be abroad. And, some of the things are understandable, but unfortunately, some people are just using it as an avenue to collect money from you for whatsoever reason, whether they need it or they don't need it.
Yeah.
Now, there is a difference between what people need and what people want. Sometimes the black tax, it's mostly, like when a black person succeeds, they try to make sure that other family members and friends succeed, like giving them what they need for them to be able to get to a certain level in their life. But now the fact that you just go abroad, some people don't even, they just keep asking you whether they need it or not. They just know that the fact that you're abroad, it's like a right for you to have to give them something. So it's more complicated. You just need to understand if they need this thing or not. And also, if you can afford it, fine. If you cannot afford it, you just tell them, sorry, you can't.
What do you guys think about the charm situation, which is popular in Boya nowadays? Or is it just a gossip?
There's charm everywhere, even here there's charm. So
the Kayamata level.
The Kayamata level where, a lot of bush fellas are washing girls' pants in Boya.
They are mad people.
It was very
people have more experience in that, so they can explain to us more better.
I don't have any experience in charm.
Not charm, relationship and this thing.
No, they talk about people going to wash pants in Boya and Kayamata.
Love make people do things like that. So you cannot do that for love.
You that are keeping people for 10 years. You are supposed to do it. You that are keeping people for 10 years. You will not go and do something like that for love. You're asking me. No, the thing is, people are crazy. People are. When I was in Douala in 2018, 19, 2020, I think, most part of 2020, I don't want to say experience, but I saw a lot of those kind of things happen, those kind of situations happening. Like, it was a big thing about that. People do crazy things for, I don't want to call it love. I just, people do crazy things to get in the middle of something. So, by something, I mean, Piman show. So it happens.
All
People
right.
just have to be careful.
Before we come to the end of this topic.
Especially people that don't want to get married. And this thing mostly affects people that don't want to get married.
That's
they are
just
waiting for 10 years.
That's just gonna send us to the next question I'm about to ask. Most is it advisable for diasporans to go back home and look for wives and girlfriends?
We already said it. No. No. Most of those people that are just waiting, they're just looking for money. Most of those girls. That's the reason why Douala Yaoundé is long distance relationship. Douala New York is not long distance because the person back home is going to be benefiting from the person in America. So it's just that easy. There are so many people in Boya Douala Yaoundé now, in Cameroon, let me just say Cameroon, that are in relationships with people abroad. I had a friend, let me give you a story. I had a friend, when I was in Douala with him, I had a friend. There was this girl he was courting, but the lady wasn't even giving him a listening ear. He was struggling and struggling. The lady wasn't. She was just okay. I'll think about it, just on and off. But the moment he left the country, bam! I saw him post her on his WhatsApp status. I was like, bro, it's not this girl you said he has been giving you black leg. She said, no, we are now good. I said, when did you become good? I said, okay. So she wasn't interested, but immediately we left the country, all of a sudden she's interested. So going back home to look for a wife, I think it's by the special grace of God that you succeed. But on a normal case, born PLR route, I don't support it at all.
All right, we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.